Back-to-back days where I'm 2 minutes late. Fuck me. But it's 5:02, 6:02 on the East Coast. I hope you guys are enjoying today. Yes, Kevin Durant is staying. We're waiting for our man Jackson to hop onto the stream. Yes, it is Tuesday, August 23rd, and we're talking NBA. We'll be talking about Kevin Durant and a few other things, but I hope you guys are enjoying. Drop a like down below if you're listening to the podcast version of this. It was not podcast, but just if it's on podcast, give it a like, share a friend, tell a friend if you enjoy. But let's get right into today's video. So, yes, Jackson has joined us. Hello, buddy.
What's good in the hood?
Not much. It's
word. I'm gonna spam like that one day. I'm gonna spam this on this new time at all my channels right now.
Do that. So you cool with the list I sent you?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. Bet ski.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start editing these the day, like 24-hour span, and then I'll like do what we have. We only have like 2 in the vault, and just like periodically.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. Now that I'm in school, I'm also gonna pump out all the clips that we have backed up in the vaults just to get those out. You know what I mean? Just feel like we should.
What's up, boys? Yeah.
So I just kind of like now also with it, I just want to like get right into it. And what we obviously have to talk about Kevin Durant. Let me hear your thoughts. Kevin Durant is staying. Also, you're in the coolest room right now.
Yeah, this is like the game room here. Is the audio good? Because I'm right next to this cooler thing.
You can barely hear a fan. You can kind of hear a fan, but so let me hear your thoughts on Kevin Durant.
Oh, Josh started college. Congrats. It makes all the sense in the world. We were talking about this with Luke yesterday. Like, a powerhouse is gonna have to sign with, or gonna have to trade for him. So it just makes it logistically difficult. I think, dude, you got Kyrie there. You got Ben Simmons there. Just give it another year.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like, this is the last year. If you don't like what Kyrie's gonna, if you don't like what's going on, you trade Kyrie at the deadline for a rental. You get at least a first-round pick or some players in exchange for him. Cool, that's awesome. So you're basically giving Kyrie a test run till the trade deadline, and if everything's Gucci, you're going into the playoffs and hope. And Ben Simmons has been cleared, I believe, for 3-on-3 the other day. So basically, Kevin Durant has a good team. We talked about the shooters they brought on. I think this was obviously the best thing. And if it doesn't work, they just trade him next offseason. And now teams are prepared to trade for, Kevin Durant next offseason.
Yeah. This works out for everyone.
Yeah, let me hear your thoughts. Do you think this is also the last year for Steve Nash? I think Sean Marks stays regardless of what happens.
Yeah, I think Nash is probably on the hot seat here for this upcoming year.
100% on the hot seat.
Yeah, I think he should.
100. I don't know. Was it you who said this? I don't know. It might have been my friend Cole. I said this yesterday, but yes, it was Kevin Durant, partially Kevin Durant's fault for the the sweep against the Bucks. But how much can you put that blame on entirely on Kevin Durant without blaming Steve Nash to a degree?
The Celtics, yeah. I mean, you're playing the team that makes it to the finals, so that's good. I mean, if Boston went into who they play next, Milwaukee. I mean, Milwaukee without Middleton almost beat them in 7.
Yeah, sorry, I said Bucks instead of Celtics. You know what I mean?
It took Milwaukee 7 games to take down Boston. There's no reason you should be swept with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant healthy. I don't care who you're playing. Like, I don't think. I'm sure Steve Nash is an adequate coach. He's exponentially better than a coach I would be, but I think at the end of the day, I mean, you have all these at the time. You had like 2. I mean, you still have 2 Hall of Famers, but you bring in Harden. I already said Sean Marks and Steve Nash should have been fired at the end of the year, but it makes sense. Like, until they're really gonna trade Durant, that's when I would start making those fires. But I don't think Steve Nash is the guy, and hopefully he can figure something out. I know he's a hard worker, and he's a smart at the game, so hopefully he learned a lot this past season and he can make those proper adjustments. Hey, TP, Thomas from outside Toronto. Yeah.
TP, we haven't seen you in a minute.
That's good.
My dog's over here like chewing something I didn't want, so I don't know if you saw me off screen literally having a tug of war.
Yeah.
So no, but yeah, I think it's the last year for Steve Nash to show. And I also know some things were out of Steve Nash's control, like the Kyrie not being there all the time, the injuries, all the trades. Okay, that was all out of Steve Nash's control. So I do agree there's something we can't just, you can't just entirely blame Steve Nash, but you can blame Steve Nash for stuff. But at this point, I think it was in everyone's best interest to move forward and try it for one more year.
Yeah.
And this is where I think we go into exactly, and we show the roster that I think isn't a bad roster. We talked about it before, but I don't think we've ever done a Brooklyn Nets preview on this channel. So I want to hear your thoughts down below, yours, or even I do want to hear yours, obviously. And I don't like looking at the salary cap. I want to look at the real GM version of this because it shows me the positions. There we go. This was the one. There we go. Okay, let's zoom in. All right. I think we're good right here. Booyah. This is the Brooklyn Nets. Let's get these positions right here. So this is what the Brooklyn Nets are looking like next year. I think they have one roster spot open. So Carmelo's been rumored. Let me hear what are your initial thoughts looking at this roster on paper? I want to stress that on paper.
On paper, I got at best second round exit. I still have significant worries for their defense, but your offense should be good enough. I like the additions that they made. I think Royce O'Neal's perfect replacement. Bruce Brown was a very difficult loss, but I think, you got KD, you got Kyrie. You'll make the playoffs, even if they're not fully healthy all year. My concerns are, even on paper, they got a good roster, dude. Kevin Durant hasn't been healthy in 3 years. He hasn't had a healthy season in 3 years. KD's about to turn 34, dude. So I got a lot of worries for this Nets team. I think this is really your last shot, but they made some nice additions. They lost some pieces, but they made some nice additions. I don't know you're gonna need a year from Claxey. You're gonna need a year from Claxey. I just hope this team doesn't I hope they don't botch their next signing, like a Blake Griffin re-sign or something like that.
A Blake Griffin re-sign would be terrible. No, what this team needs to do is legitimately make sure that they go out and we have a list of free agents right here. LaMarcus Aldridge, I don't think needs to be brought back. I wouldn't think Dwight Howard would be the end of the world if that's their pick. I'd rather take up Montrezl Harrell because he would give you scoring, but he doesn't help defensively. And I know I even agree with your fucking beloved man crush. Hassan Whiteside would be a better addition than Dwight Howard. Carmelo would be good. Out of that whole group right there, you're not going to convince Iguodala to come. Jeremy Lamb gives you 3-and-D, but he needs to stay healthy. And the only other guy right there is Dennis Schroeder. So you got Dennis Schroeder, Jeremy
they got
Lamb.
Patty Mills, so I think they got to go big.
Yeah, so Jeremy Lamb's the only wing really that could come in and be kind of like a 3-and-D guy for them. But besides that, I don't know if you agree with me. I think looking at a guy, again, Dwight Howard wouldn't be the end of the world, but if you're looking at a big for that, I think Hassan Whiteside be the guy. I think really they need more wings because I'm fine with Claxton, Sharp, and I think they're going to go small ball 5, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because then they run Ben Simmons, Kevin Durant, either Royce O'Neal or Kessler Edwards, and then at shooting guard they run either Harris or Curry, and then at point they run Kyrie. 4 shooters, and then you have Ben Simmons at center on defense, and then on offense he's playing like point, like a Jokic role.
I don't think that they're gonna, even with a Whiteside, I don't think their defense can last them to the second. I don't think they could get to the conference finals. You're gonna need a lot of scoring
though. Guess who they brought in as their assistant coach this offseason? Guess what team he spent the last few years at, and guess who he coached on a national level? Igor Koskov. Okay, Igor Kokoskov. Okay, he used to be the head coach of the Phoenix Suns. Then he was the head coach of Slovenia national team. Guess where he spent last season with? The Dallas Mavericks. And he was credited as the architect of the offensive game plan that the Dallas Mavericks have last year. So could we see Ben Simmons be used as like a Luka Doncic and with Kyrie or Kevin Durant, like a Luka Doncic running the horn sets that they run, and having Ben Simmons and basically be either the Jalen Brunson in the relationship or the Luka Doncic initiating offense and then driving and kicking, and then either have Kyrie or Kevin Durant play the Brunson role and having those two guys basically run the offense. I could see. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Simmons should run the offense. He's surrounded by shooters.
That's what I'm saying. And his thing is driving to the basket, and like maybe he learns how to draw fouls, or just defenses have to collapse on him if he's driving to the basket. He's still a good driver to the basket. So if you just tell him keep driving to the basket, and if you feel like you can get it, get it. If you don't, kick it out to one of your 4 shooters.
Yeah, I think if you got anytime you're playing Ben Simmons in a point guard role, it makes it hard on the defense. Like, your best wing is going to have to guard him, but then at the same time, you also have Kevin Durant on the wing. So
exactly,
they should be. If this team can be healthy, they'll win 50 games easily. I think they'll be a top sixer. I think they could be anything 1 to 6. And if you can get it rolling with Simmons, man,
what's your problem with defense? So this is where, because I think Nick Claxton, Ben Simmons, great defenders. Durant Sharp, we don't really know. Royce O'Neal, like you said, they got a perimeter guy. He's their, the younger version of a Jay Crowder. That's what they got in Royce O'Neal. Similar skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Kessler Edwards, he has the size and he's shown flashes of being defensive capability, but I think interior defense, they're fine. I don't know if you'll agree with me on that one. I think in posty, I'm not worried about Claxton, Simmons, Durant, and Sharp. I think they can hold down, especially if they sign a big man, another big man like Whiteside or Howard. They're fine with interior defense. I think the problem is the guards, the point of attack, perimeter defense, top of the key is where they'll get exposed. What's your thought on that? Are you in the same page with me, or is this just?
They got some nice pieces. Royce is gonna be nice. Claxton never played over 20 a night in his career, or average, I should say.
They gave him $10 million a year, though.
That's not that much money. Basically, what I'm saying is you're asking, Clax is gonna really. Especially if you got Simmons out there, it's gonna shrink the floor, but you're not gonna be able to play Clax 30 a night. So 19th best defense last year. I would imagine, maybe they improved a little bit to the middle of the pack, but that's the thing is middle of the pack's enough with their offense.
Oh yeah, if you have a top 10 offense, you need just a middle. You just need a top of 10 to 20 ranked defense. But obviously, I'm not talking about regular season. I'm talking playoffs, and that's why I think you said they were a second round bounce. Is that why? Because you think when playoff time comes. We've seen how having guys like Gary Payton II or even Drew Holiday, and Marcus Smart.
You can't be in the play-in tournament if you're Brooklyn. You can't go up against a Boston. You can't go up against Milwaukee. I think you got to get home field advantage, and if you can get home field advantage and play up, who would be a more just a not Boston or Milwaukee? I think. Yeah, get to the second round. I just think you got teams like Milwaukee and Boston who are so good on both sides of the ball that if they're healthy, I think that like they did last year against Brooklyn, I think they're going to be able to give them some trouble when it starts mattering more. But I think they're seeding an improved seed, which hopefully means a healthy KD. And now that the Kyrie stuff is kind of figured out a little bit more with the COVID stuff, so they should get home field, and that should get them past the first round to me.
Home field. Yeah, they'll get home field. Home field.
We know how important that is in playoff football. So,
but
I'm worried, but I'm not panicking about Brooklyn.
My problem,
if I was a fan, I'd still feel good because I still got my guys.
I think the thing that they did good is that I think this team has so much scoring off the bench with, Kevin Durant being backed up by Kessler Edwards, Royce O'Neal. We don't know if he'll start, but just TJ Warren, Kessler Edwards, Patty Mills, Cam Thomas, and last time we saw Edmund Summer play real good. That's just a bunch of Cam Thomas. I see could win a 6-man of the year in his second or third season. Patty Mills and Kessler Edwards and TJ Warren. If he can just average 15 a night, I think game over right there. But my worry, I think in the playoffs, Kyrie Irving can be a plus defender. He tries hard enough. I think I'm not worried about Kyrie being bad defensively in the playoffs, but who's going to be, because we know that Royce O'Neal, Durant, Simmons, Claxton, those guys can step out on the perimeter, but there's going to be a big old hole at that guard spot next to Irving, because I'm not putting my money on Curry, Harris, Summer, Mills, Thomas to play.
Yeah, that's probably when you go Royce, and then you let KD and Ben and Clax take the.
You play Royce at the other. So you're saying go huge Simmons?
No, I'm saying no. I just mean if you're going up, because like Patty Mills, Kyrie, Seth, Harris, Kessler, Sumner, like it's not the best defensive unit. So that's why I'm probably like, if I'm playing like the Chicago Bulls, or if I'm playing a team with a good ass guard, I'm probably throwing Royce on that guard. And then I'm letting my long dudes take care of the interior and the wing.
That makes sense, actually. Okay. I hear you. I hear what you're saying right there. So if we just then out of all there's no real good, all the good defensive guards are gone, right? In free agency, besides maybe Jeremy Lamb.
Yeah, maybe an Eric Bledsoe helps him out.
Holy shit. I wouldn't mind Eric. Would that be the smallest backcourt in playoff basketball? Kyrie and Eric Bledsoe.
Yeah, I don't want a Rondo. I don't want a Schroeder. I actually don't even I don't think that they need Melo.
I don't know. I think Melo would be cool. I just think like my big if is, again, I just get scared that they could get exposed in like defensively. Just I think a trade could happen where they go and do that. But yeah, so
yeah,
I'm not too worried. But yeah, no, I think that's definitely the thing to be concerned. But again, so you're saying this team's just a second round team? That's all?
Yeah, I mean they got the potential, but we'll see how the defense goes.
Alrighty, so
we'll see how the health goes.
I think they're easily a second round team. I agree. My biggest concern is defense in the playoffs, and that's why I think they could be a second round bounce. But again, there's a whole NBA season, and their competition, if they get a good seed, like you said, competition could be easier, and they have an easier route to the conference finals. So
maybe you luck out and get a Miami or something second round.
Yeah, or I don't know Miami, but maybe like a Knicks or like some team that overachieved. Like remember when
they'd have to really overachieve, get to that second round. Maybe like the Bulls.
So I want to go over to our next segment as we'll talk about the remaining free agents in free agency, and let's talk about their top fits, because I think that's actually something.
Ndamukong Suh.
Yeah, I know. So let's see. Okay, we'll go right here. I wanted Hoops Hype agents right here. Hoops Hype's got a good one right here. They rank them. So as we know, we've already talked about Miles Bridges before. Miles Bridges, if he's going anywhere, he's going back to Charlotte. They haven't rescinded the qualifying offer. Everyone's waiting for his legal situation to be resolved. We have both agreed that we're really not going to talk about it because we're both against DV, and we don't want to be disrespectful to either party because we don't know the events. You agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
So moving on, a Colin Sexton. There's been a lot of news in the past day about Colin Sexton. I don't know if you've seen that. I saw some tweets. I think it was the Utah Jazz and the Dallas Mavericks are very much interested in Colin Sexton. And as supposedly amongst Cavaliers fans on YouTube, I'm obsessed with Colin Sexton. So,
yeah, I'm either going to Cleveland or I'm going to Dallas. I think both teams, you get a 1 year. I'm going 1 year, and I just want to prove it contract. Because even at 16 points per game, even on I think he played 11 games last year. Even if you went a whole season with those stats, someone's going to pay you more than what is it? What is this offer, like $8 million or something?
It's 3 years, about $40 million. 3 years, $39 million. So what is that?
Yeah, that's just
16.3 a year.
If I'm taking a 3 year, both those teams will be winning teams. So that's not the worst thing in the world, but I'd rather even go cheap somewhere just for a year, and I'd bet on myself.
That's
but
what
I know that injury.
Well, if I was a team like the Dallas Mavericks, I don't know why the Dallas Mavericks aren't doing a sign and trade, or even like a team like the Utah Jazz that's trying to rebuild. Maybe like the Dallas Mavericks and the Utah Jazz should try to sign Colin Sexton. To the most I would pay him is Keldon Johnson money, and that's like if you really wanted to. But sign and trade for him, get it under 3-4 years. If it doesn't work, you end up trading him. But I think it will work, especially next to Luka Doncic, where sign him, give him 4 years. If he really wants $20 million, give him the Keldon Johnson deal. And that's if you really want him and if you're facing competition. I would offer him 3 years, $50 million just to outbid the Cavs and send the Cavs maybe like Dwight Powell or some shit. Like, I don't even know who you would send them because I'm not sending them Josh Green. And
3 year 50, I'm signing immediately.
Yeah, and run it. If it doesn't work, you trade Colin Sexton. But I think it will work, especially next to Luka Doncic. I think the best fit for Colin Sexton is the Dallas Mavericks. And if it's not the Mavs, I would want him to go to the Jazz or like the Trailblazers. But I know the Trailblazers haven't even been rumored. So I guess the Jazz are the only other rumored team. What about you? Best fit?
Yeah, I'd go if I'm Sex. I'm going Dallas, Cleveland, Utah.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Or what you say with the Utah and Cleveland flip. It just kind of depends.
Yeah, just flipping him to Utah or Dallas. I think those are the.
He could get paid. He could get paid in any of those three spots, but he could really get paid with a couple of years in a rebuilding Utah. Like he could get back to his 25 a night.
Yeah, just take a 2 or 3 year deal there and just go in right after the salary cap jumps. Same thing with the Mavericks. He could do what Brunson did, just play 3 years there, build up his value. I think that would be great. Those are the two best fits with him. And worst comes to worst, he just takes the qualifying offer and goes into unrestricted next year. Montrezl Harrell, similar situation, but we've talked about it because we think it's bullshit, the charges that Montrezl Harrell has. But I think But wait, fuck. We talked about this. I think Montrezl Harrell, dude, we had a whole episode about this that we Googled.
Is he cleared up now?
Yeah, he's cleared up. So I don't know who the hell isn't picking. I think the best team for him, who needs a backup big man that he used to play for?
Clip Show?
Yeah. I think
that'd be cool.
He's been there.
They like that small ball.
Montrezl Harrell, everyone's going to be like, well, the defense. I think that team's good enough that Montrezl Harrell, they need that scoring off the bench. And
why not?
Yeah. Ooh, Thomas Perry brings up the Raps, but they have Kem Birch, and I think they're like scarred with small big mans.
A rap show would be sick, dude.
You think can you see Montrezl? He would look so good in a rap show jersey.
Nick Nurse would get him to 35 downtown.
You easily would get him downtown. You know what's another good team? The T-Wolves.
Yeah, why not? Trez, dude, if I'm any team and I just need a bench score, if I'm any competitive team with an open roster spot or like just any viable option where I can get Trez on my team he's a cheap enough guy. Look at that. Last year, 9.7. Like
the Trailblazers, like he's the perfect complement to Nurkic. Like you have Nurkic for defense and rebounding. You throw in, Montrezl Harrell whenever, and then you have Harrell, Jeremy Grant, Anthony Simons, and Damian Lillard, or even with the Clip show going back there, Raptors. I even like that more talking about it, or even on the Nets. I think any team that has a decent defense, any team who needs a backup big man that has a good defensive rebounding big, I think could take him. Like, I really think even he could rebuild his value. He definitely won't go there, but the Spurs, because they have Pirtle. But I honestly think there's so many teams out there that they have a decent backup big man, but they don't have. And I know the defensive deficiencies kind of keep him off the floor in the fourth quarter, but you have 3 quarters where he can just come in, score, play 15, 20 minutes a night on a cheap deal.
I'd take him in Chicago any night.
Chicago would be nice, but I think they already have Vooch, so it wouldn't work. But they have Drummond, so if they trade Vooch for Duncan Robinson, hey, sign Harrell.
Oh, God, I really hope they don't do that.
Duncan Robinson and a first-round pick for Vooch.
Oh, my God.
I think that's the rumored deal.
Catch me in a couple hours. I'd puke if I heard that.
So where's your best fit right here? I'm honestly liking either Clip Show, Raps, or Portland.
You want to know my best fit?
What?
For Montrezl Harrell.
What? The Rockets.
You know the answer.
The Rockets?
No.
The Bulls?
Plus, I'll get you paid.
Who?
The Lake Show.
Oh, my God.
Bring him back.
Wasn't he ass? He was ass on the Lakers.
Get him on over. Get him on over.
So,
might as well get a ring if you can.
Dennis Schroeder is allegedly contemplating re-signing with the Lakers.
You know where I think Dennis Schroeder should go?
The Lakers.
Los Angeles Lakers. Imagine if the Lake Show go out there and get Schroeder and Harrell on the same
You're acting
day.
like those are huge
Lock it in.
moves.
Lock in the championship.
Oh, my God.
Their bench is fixed.
What about their starting lineup? They don't have a starting lineup. They're not getting Kyrie. Kyrie's staying. So right now, they need to trade for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, and then I'm fine with Dennis Schroeder and Montrezl Harrell being, quote, fix the bench.
It's such a pipe dream to ask for Buddy Hield and Miles Turner. I'm just like, I've been hearing this for so long. I've made Lakers content for over a year. I'm done with that. It's too good to be true.
Okay, go get Bojan Bogdanovic, Malik Beasley, or Mike Conley, or whoever the hell else they want to trade. Jordan Clarkson, Rudy Gay. Send us whoever you want. A few picks and Russell Westbrook.
It's working with Russ.
It's not working with Russ. It's not working with Russ.
I'm going Russ. I'm going.
I love LeBron, but you are definition. Did you see the video of Scotty Barnes making fun of that dick-eating fan?
No.
You haven't seen? All right, there's a video of Scotty Barnes. LeBron does like an easy little dunk, and this guy goes, and like Scotty Barnes is like doing a live stream. He's like, he's dick eating. Yo, Jay, check this out. He's dick eating the shit out of him. Go to NBA Central. It's such a funny video. But you're dick eating the Lakers right now.
I'd respect my elders if I was Scotty Barnes, but I'm going Russ. I'm going Reeves.
This isn't even a Lakers topic. So you're saying the best fit for Dennis Schroeder.
And then I'm throwing Schroeder off the bench, and Schroeder's probably my fourth quarter point guard.
Okay, you hear Jackson's take. Dennis Schroeder's the best fit for the Lakers. I would say the best fit for Dennis Schroeder is, honestly, the Clip Show. I don't know why we keep talking about the Raptors, but the Raptors have a full roster, so I'm not going to throw them out there. The Clip Show.
I like both of those. I like the Clippers and the Raptors for
the Mavericks.
Yeah. That works.
Get a little 2 Euro guys, Doncic and Schroeder. The German.
Schroeder and Harrell, these are 2 guys that should be signed by now. They should be signed. These are starting caliber.
I stopped watching Schroeder. When Schroeder went to the Rockets, I'll admit I stopped watching him as soon as the Celtics traded him.
Was he carried our bench when he played for us?
Was he actually good on the Rockets?
He was doing everything. You could tell how much wisdom and how much like just learning the guys were. Like he was just such a leader out there. He's playmaking for everybody. I think he was really solid in his very short stint with the Houston Rockets, making us a
Shot
more
39% from the field, 33% from three, average
just
11.
he just helped things run
He
smoothly.
did dish out 6 assists a night.
He was playmaking like a beast out there.
Yeah, he was really going floor general for y'all. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. LMA. I think you should go to the Heat or go to the Portland Trailblazers for your final season and back up Josef Nurkic.
I'd retire, but I think you could squeeze out another year. I like Portland, although Portland has their own defensive big man issues, but
Nurkic is all right. Yeah, LaMarcus
it's a cool story.
You know where I think he would be good? He would kind of help the loss of PJ Tucker on the Heat.
Okay.
I mean, if
another
he can,
old guy that won't do much for him is fine for me.
Fuck
no
you.
threat, anyways.
Like, I still think he can be a catch and shoot guy who can hit threes. He'll shoot 55%. If he can average 13 points, get his 3-point percentage up from where it was a few seasons ago, and average the block a game 5.5. But if it's not Miami, like Thomas Perry said, and I think the Trailblazers, or maybe he'll help out finish out the bench for the Lakers.
No. Lesson learned last year. Stay away. Stay far away.
From the old guys?
Stay far away, Lake Show.
Eric Bledsoe.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming off of a blown Achilles. He's a wait-and-see guy. I see him as a mid-season signing.
Yeah, it's... I'd have to be pretty. Yeah, I think you'd have to be pretty desperate to. He's so solid though, where it's like why even be desperate? Like he could do. Like he works on the Lakers, he works on the Clippers, he works on the Blazers, he works on a lot of teams for me. I think he's worth the risk. I mean, I look at his stats are not bad.
He got waived by the Blazers.
He's a rock solid point guard. He's for the most part.
You know what team I think could sign him? If the Knicks trade away older young guys, which I think he could be a good backup point guard for the Knicks, or even the Hornets.
Yeah,
I think
he fits in a lot of spots.
Yeah, you know what's another team? The Nets. If he's good to go, the Nets need like we talked about earlier.
He's a guy I trust. If somebody goes, if Kyrie goes now, Bledsoe's a guy I trust.
Yeah.
Fill in for the time being.
What do you think of Carmelo?
Dude, just go back home. Go home.
His home's Baltimore.
Go home, bro. You know you want to be in.
Go to the Wizards?
No, you know where you want to be, Melo.
I think Melo should either go back to the Lakers, Nets, Trailblazers, or the Knicks. Or the Heat.
He's another one of those guys. Put him in pretty much anywhere.
He's a guy 37.5% from three last year, 13.3 points. Right, I think really he could be the guy who could help fill the PJ Tucker role.
Yeah. That injury screwed him. Otherwise he was one of, if not the best shooter he was probably the best shooter for the Lakers last year.
Yeah. I think we're done right here. Let's go on to the next segment that we talked about, and that was going to be top 10 rookies to watch this season. And also, Mr. Bean.
Yeah.
I think they are contenders, but their problem is playoff basketball. Can their man not get exposed in the name of Rudy Gobert? Their perimeter defense but now will Rudy Gobert be played off the floor is the big question.
No.
So NBA draft.
That'd be a top problem to me.
I'm just gonna pull up. Actually, I don't want to do the Wikipedia. I want to do the.
Do you see that? Do you see how the internet's limiting their censoring Google?
No, how?
I forget which act went in, but there was an act that went in 2012. And so basically, if you Google anything, if you Google literally anything and go 9 pages in, like 9 page, like you literally only go like 5 pages or something, and it's all the same articles. Like you cannot. I remember being a kid and like being able to like Google a subject and like literally having thousands, hundreds of options if you want. Now, if you go to like, if I Google anything right now and I go 9 pages in, they're all going to be the same.
I mean, you all also like. I know how to use Google. There's like certain like ways.
Let's do it right now. Let's do it right now.
Okay, if I go
Google something like big, like in the world, like climate control.
You see this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go to 10. All right, let me zoom in on this.
But fuck. All right, ready? So this, and then 2018 is different, but also I search different than you.
Are we on page 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, now start going like 13 now or 12.
It's different. See, it's all different.
You'll start seeing them. Okay. Bill Gates, Elon Musk.
Like I've seen X Prize a few times, but it's different articles.
Okay.
It's just also again, dude. I search different. Like you got to use quotations and like there's different things, search tools on the internet.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is some censorship to an extent. Favorite rookies to your most exciting rookies to watch this coming season?
I'd go Paolo, Chet, Jabari, Keegan, Jaden, Benedict, Shaden, Dyson, Sohan. I'll go Jalen Durant, Tari Eason, Blake Wesley, Jovic.
All right, let's do this a little differently. Who is your favorite guy to watch? We're gonna do this by the tens. So, in the first 10 picks, who are your favorite guys right here?
I'll go Paulo, Chet. I think the top 5 is a fair, and then
like, choose one right here. Shaden. Choose three guys. Choose 3 guys from here.
Shaden, Dyson, Chet.
Shaden. All right, and why? Well, what do you?
Shaden and Dyson have generational talent, possibly, potentially. I think Dyson and Shaden, with their unique skill sets and athleticism, along with Chet, I think they're all gifted basketball players.
All right, I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna take the sucker route. 2 of my favorite teams are here: Paolo Banchero on the Orlando Magic, then Johnny Davis on the Washington Wizards, and my third one will be Jeremy Sohan. I think Jeremy Sohan could be a Defensive Player of the Year. He could really be like the next Ben Simmons, but like in a different way. I think he'll be a way better shooter, but he's not as good as a ball handler or passer, but he can be a dog. What up, Aaron? And I think when you look at Jeremy Sohan, I just think he's going to be so exciting. We're not going to see much of him this year, so that's why I have him as my third guy. Johnny Davis, I think, could have like a very big part in the rotation for the Wizards, as he can play 3 positions and he can, handle the ball. He can play defense. He can shoot it and he can play off ball. He's just a guy who can do a little bit of everything. And that's why I'm so excited to see Johnny Davis. And plus he's a little older, so he's like ready to go. And then Paolo Banchero, do I even need to explain why I'm excited? I think that Paolo Banchero is the reason we've been talking the fact that Orlando could be a sneaky play-in team. Paolo Banchero is arguably the most exciting first pick of the draft since Zion.
That wasn't the case about 4 months ago.
Fuck you.
Zion's entire rookie season was NBA. I almost wish, like, as a Duke guy, there were times where, like, you don't even want Zion out on the court. But, like, just because you want him for the end of your season. Because if you have Zion out there in college, like, you got a shot to win any game.
No, I get you.
Paolo, to me, had a lot of flaws, and I think that
He got so much better in the tournament, though.
yeah, I think a lot of it's recency bias. It almost reminds me of Jalen Suggs. Jalen Suggs got a bunch of hype just because he made one basketball shot. I get he's a good player.
It was a hell of a shot.
Yeah, but like I said before, Chet easily wins Rookie of the Year to me if he's healthy. I don't think
Fuck
it'll be
Chet.
close.
I think out of the first 3 picks, I think Jabari Smith could win Rookie of the Year.
Oh, wow, I'll take that. Yeah, I'll take that.
Because I see Paulo having like an Evan Mobley type season. Like maybe he doesn't put up huge, like he puts up maybe 15, 17. I see Jabari Smith being like a 20-point scorer.
That'd be big.
I think Chet misses time because of injury. Which I don't hope. I do not hope that. I never, ever wish, injury upon anyone. I'm just scared that like Chet is just some big old douchebag. Nobody's in the NBA a douchebag, but somebody is gonna like impose their will on Chet, and he's just gonna maybe I'm just scared that it's just gonna take one bad blow from a big old guy like Joel Embiid or Jokic or something that like just knocks him out for a few weeks or a month or two.
Yeah, that was a thing with that was a big thing with what's his face last season, Mobley. Mobley got banged up a few times,
and it's because he's so skinny. He's not as skinny as Chet, but he's pretty skinny. That's what I'm saying.
Still comes in the second and Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I think Chet's gonna be good, but I think if out of the 3 guys, if you said who do you put money on to miss some games, to miss the most game out of the top 3 picks, I'm putting my money on Chet Holmgren.
Yeah.
So let's move over. What's your next 3 favorite rookies out of pick 11 to 21?
Tari Eason. Like Malachi's enticing to me, but I don't think he'll get enough run. So
you got Tari.
Yeah, I'll go Tari. I
agree with Tari.
Oh man, I think I'll go Jalen Durant, and
I'm going Ochai as my third. I'll go Jalen, Tari, and actually I'm interested to see. I'm going to change mine. I'll go Tari, Ochai, and Christian Brown because I'm a fuck Christian Brown. Fuck Christian Brown. Tari, Jalen Durant, Ochai. That's my 3. I'm not going to go KU all the way.
I'll lock in Usman Dang, Jalen Durant, Tari Eason.
Usman Dang's good. He his last like 10 or so games in the NBL, the guy was shooting like 36% from 3. I really think.
Curious, those like the international guys are always curious to be, and I know he'll get his run this season.
My fear with the Thunder is there enough minutes to go around for Dang and Williams?
If you're playing good, there's plenty.
Yeah.
If you're playing good on any team, you're gonna look at Come Bucket.
I don't know who's going to be better in Durant or Williams. They both have a shot to play a shit ton of minutes for both of their respective teams. I just think Ochai, out of these 10 guys right in front of us, and all the guys we mentioned, I think Ochai will have the most points per game.
Yeah, I worry about it, but I'm like flipped because I worry about his opportunities. You're playing behind Isaac Okoro, who they're very big on, and this is a big year for Isaac here. He's got to take a leap, like he was showing he was going to do at the end of last year.
But Ochai's the guy that they needed last year.
Yeah, if they didn't get injured and Karis, like we said, like the idea of Karis LeVert's probably a lot better than Karis LeVert.
Like if they can re-sign Karis, but I think before they re-sign, I think they're going to give Ochai a run. And if they're like, oh, fuck, Ochai's good, no point in re-signing you, Karis. But if they're like, okay, Ochai's going to need a few years, they're going to be like, okay, Karis, here's a 2-year extension because Ochai ain't going to be like usable until year 3.
Yeah, that checks out.
Now let's close the second round, and we'll do the 2 picks into the second.
Okay.
I go My right here, I want to see Caleb Houston. He was freaking. He could get some minutes for the Magic. He was a dog. I agree with you, Blake Wesley. They don't have a backup point guard, so I guess he's their backup point guard. And my third's Walker Kessler because he got traded, and him and Udoka Azumbuki's supposedly going to start, but Walker Kessler had averaged 4.6 blocks per game in college. 4.6 a game. And he shoots the three ball. Not good, but he shoots it.
Yeah. Kessler's really enticing. He's really enticing. So I like that. I'll go Kessler. I'll go Blake Wesley, and I would tie it probably with Caleb Houston and Jovic. I think Jovic, it's just one of those international guys for me.
No, I get you. I get you completely. So yeah, no, I think Jovic could have a big thing. Also, Baldwin, I think, could surprise some people. But I'm gonna stick with Blake Wesley and you need a backup point guard. And then you look at, I think Caleb Houston could have a big part in. But yeah, I think out of the exciting, mine is Walker Kessler because I think he's the only one besides maybe Jovic Jovic is the only one besides Kessler that I could see getting real minutes, unless Beauchamp somehow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. He's got a lot of guys to get ahead of. Long term though, like the longest of terms, I'm going Patrick Baldwin because he's to the Warriors, and what they tried to do with him last year was like pretty enticing.
Long term, I'm going Blake Wesley all day. I'm not Blake Wesley. Long term, Peyton Watson. I don't know why I said Blake Wesley. Peyton Watson. He was a 5-star recruit. Okay, I know Patrick was too, but Peyton Watson. There's a reason why the Nuggets came in and got him he's going to be good in like 3 years. Now, who out of the second round do you like the best right here? I love Jaden Hardy on the Mavericks. Like, I see him getting legit minutes.
I vibe with that.
You think that's the best? I think he's out of all the second round picks, I think he's the guy who could, like, if you said what second round pick could win Rookie of the Year, Jaden Hardy, if he like literally comes in and they try to use, like, that's the guy they decide to replace Brunson with.
Yeah, I'll go Hardy. Then I gotta tie it to Koloko and Kirsty, just because I like watching those teams.
That's true. I just think Hardy, 5-star recruit.
Hardy's a guy.
Yeah, played professional ball, and his last half of the season was so much better than the first half. Like, he literally looked like a first-round pick.
Dude, you gotta watch out for those G League guys, man. I think Hardy I think Hardy fills Brunson immediately, probably.
Yeah, no, I get you completely. Now, to wrap up the show, we're gonna do a little Hornets preview because that's the last team, I believe, I think we've done every other team in.
I think we previewed them. Oh, maybe in the new one.
Like the new one, like, you know, like how we did every 3 team, like we did for like 2 weeks straight. We did 3 teams. Yeah. I think the only team we didn't do were the Hornets because both time we had shit come up that we didn't do it because I remember like 2 titles had to change them because they had Hornets originally in the title, but then we never talked about the Hornets. So right here. Okay. This is more like a predictions in a way because I don't know what to think. I think defensively, Steve Clifford should get them to be better. I have faith in PJ Washington. If Jalen McDaniels can be anything like, I don't know if they're twin brothers, but, you know, the brother is Jaden McDaniels, who's a dog for the Timberwolves. So if he can be that Swiss Army knife, they got that. Mark Williams, they got the center they've needed. I don't know what the fuck to expect from Kai Jones or JT Thor. Cody Martin can play defense. Kelly Oubre can play defense. If Gordon Hayward can stay on the floor, he can be a plus defender. LaMelo Ball, when he tries, is good. Terry Rozier, for his limitations in height and stature, he's all right. Like, there's guys that are like, this team on paper shouldn't be so terrible defensively.
Yeah.
Like, look at this size. They only have one guy under 6'4", 2 guys under 6'7", basically.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's 6'7" or above on this team. This team should not be as terrible as they were defensively. I understand that's why they fired James Borrego. I don't understand why they brought back Steve Clifford. I know they agreed to terms with Kenny Atkinson. It was a shit situation, but come on. Go and get yourself a defensive coach. That's not your old coach.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a playing team here. I would love to root more for Charlotte because I got that Carolina. I'm actually wearing a Carolina hat right here. Or it's golf course in Carolina, but it's Carolina blue. So FU. PJ Washington, I agree 100%. And JT Thor, Kai Jones, hopeful, but, might be a little bit longer. Clock's ticking. Time's running out with Melo Ball on your roster. So they should make the play-in tournament. I know they had like a brutal end to last year. And if they didn't have that brutal end, things could have gone differently. But you need somebody like Rozier is super solid. Oubre solid. You need a Book Knight, or you need a Washington or a Martin or a Mark Williams. You need somebody to emerge out of nowhere. Or not out of nowhere, but like you need somebody to emerge as like, okay, this guy could be a star. He could be the star we pair with LaMelo Ball. And
I don't mean to cut you off. It just came to my head. Do we include Miles Bridges?
Well, that's the thing is Miles Bridges like kind of completely changes everything. Like with Miles Bridges, you have a buddy there's your star. There's your star right there.
But no, but the other thing is he going to be the same? Because like let's go back. Let's take it out of paper. Let's go into the human aspect about it. Like I know he's putting in work, but like people don't realize how much like off the field, off the court turmoil that shit weighs on a person.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have like, and do you think the reason why no one has signed with them really is because everyone's like, I don't know what's going on with y'all?
Oh, with Charlotte?
Yeah, because of like the whole Steve Clifford thing and then the Bridges thing. Like it's kind of like it was like a shit show, and like they haven't signed anyone.
Yeah, I mean, it's also hard to get guys to sign with you in general. Like, they don't have much leverage, and they don't have much leverage to begin with. And the whole head coaching and the whole Miles Bridges stuff going on is not, I don't think it would be enough to like say I'm not going to Charlotte, and the Trez stuff, throw that in there too. Like, who knows that Trez is cleared? I don't see this anywhere. No one's talking that Trez is this beautiful free agent.
We spent like 5 minutes looking online and we didn't find anything.
Like, it's just so none of this is helping them. They're just in such a pickle, man. I think they really screwed themselves with Hayward and Oubre. I think they really screwed themselves. I think
PJ Washington will break out. He was so much better defensively. He's a two-way guy. Kelly Oubre, he has the scoring potential, but I think Kelly Oubre's peaked. I don't trust Gordon Hayward. Terry Rozier, you know what you're going to get from him. He's a better third option. You'd rather him be a fourth option, to be honest, on a championship team. Mm-hmm. Like, I like Terry Rozier. He's a great player. But right now, like, without the Bridges there, like, the 1-2 punch was obviously Ball and Bridges. You were hoping that, if healthy, Hayward, Rozier, and, like, I don't even know, because, like, we didn't see shit from Kai Jones, JT Thor, James Bouknight at all last year. So the jury's out on them. Like Kai Jones, JT Thor, two lanky tweeners. You don't know if they're power forwards or centers. Skinny ass guys, lanky arms, can shoot threes, but the kind of role players start at most, starters, but I don't see them as all stars. I don't see PJ Washington as an all star, but he could surprise me. I don't see any of these players. James Bouknight, I don't even know what the hell I expect from him. He had a bad rookie year at times. And I don't know, man. I just think it makes my brain hurt looking at this roster.
It's a brutal spot to be in. but they can make it work. You still got Melo.
Okay. You want to see? So I'm looking at James Bouknight's stats. So James Bouknight for the season, you want to hear what he shot? 34.8% from the field, 34% from three, and he played about 9.8 minutes in 931 games. So take that with a grain of salt. Now, the best run he had was in December. He played 13 minutes a night, shot almost 41% from the field, 44% from three on 3 attempts a night, assist a game, 3 rebounds, 6.8 points, and in 13 minutes a night. Okay. That's not that bad. That's basically like an 18 points per game score per 36. If I did that math real quick in my head.
Dude, I think Bouknight's. I think out of that, I mean, that was a loaded draft. Kai Jones, JT Thor, I think they are role players, and there's nothing wrong with being role players. Both those guys, I would.
But how good of role players? Starter role players or off the bench role players?
Either or is fine. Bouknight's the guy. To me, Bouknight's the guy.
It's Bouknight.
I think.
Book.
Yeah.
I used to say Bo Knight.
James Bouknight.
Bouknight. It sounds like he's like what is it? Michael Bublé.
Oh, fuck that guy. Yeah. Bouknight's solid, dude. It's almost like they Spurs. It's almost like they Spurs done last year.
So I think Thomas Perry and Aaron agreed with Thomas. They got to make hay with what they got. Like, if you had to put money right now on this roster, who would you say out of the young guys? Let's not include Rozier, Hayward, Oubre, Martin. Actually, Martin can be included. No, Martin can't be included. I think Martin. Yeah, do you think you include Martin? PJ? Well. Okay. Yeah. Martin Washington will be in the young guys. Don't include Plumlee. Don't include Nick Richards. So Kai Jones, Jalen McDaniels, JT Thor, PJ Washington, Cody Martin, James Bouknight. Who do you put your money on?
It's between Bouknight and PJ, 100%. But I'm going James. I'm going James for sure. PJ regressed toughly last year.
PJ was awesome. PJ was awesome last year. What the fuck do you mean?
PJ 2 years ago looked like he was about to be borderline all-star player.
All right, look.
I mean, yeah, all right. So, yeah, efficiency is fine. All right, maybe how's this? It's not a PJ Washington issue. It was a Charlotte issue.
I agree, but I think the coach didn't help last year.
He has to be starting. How is he not starting?
But to close out the season, I felt like PJ was way better than the start of the season. Like pre-All-Star break, he was averaging under 10 points a night. Post-All-Star break, he was averaging a steal and a block a game, 3 assists, almost 5 rebounds, 11 points. I thought he's like their Swiss Army knife. Like that.
Yeah, he is. What was the minute change pre and post?
Let me actually look.
Because my guess is
5 minutes. He gained more minutes. He went from 25.
They weren't playing him right at all. Because I remember,
and he started every game post All-Star. He wasn't starting.
It's absolutely ridiculous. He wasn't starting. I drafted him in his rookie season. Or I had him 2 years ago, and he was so solid for me. And I was so big on him entering this next season. I had to drop him midway through because he was suffering.
Yeah, his second season.
And they're not playing him. It's not even PJ Washington. It's more so he's just not starting. He's not playing.
He's a great shooter. I think, post All-Star break, he started to look more like second-year PJ. But pre-All-Star break, they weren't playing him, like you said. I agree with that take. So I did not know Jalen McDaniels is going into his 4th season. And his minutes regressed. But he shot better, but in less minutes. But Jalen McDaniels, when he was playing more, he was another guy. Like they have at the power forward position, which I like in Jalen McDaniels and PJ Washington, and you can even throw in Cody Martin, is like these little like Swiss Army do it all guys who they can pass, they can dribble, they can defend multiple positions. I like that. But look at this. Terry Rozier, Miles Bridges, LaMelo Ball were the only 20-point scorers. Okay, it goes after the post All-Star break. 20.7 Rozier, 20.5 Bridges, 20.3 Ball. Guess who's the 4th leading scorer after the All-Star break? Kelly Oubre with 11.9.
Mm.
That they had almost a 9-point gap between their third and fourth scorer, and then their fourth, fifth, and sixth scorers basically only averaged 10 to 11 points, and Montrezl Harrell's gone, so don't even include him. So they only have Kelly Oubre and PJ Washington averaging 11. I think PJ Washington can average like 14, 15. Same thing with Oubre. We need LaMelo to average closer to 30. We're just going to assume Bridges comes back and hopefully averages the same stats. I mean, how many years is Rozier been averaging 20 for like 3 years now?
Ever since he got to Charlotte.
He just missed, well, yeah, basically 20 since he's got to Charlotte. Basically like high teens, 20, yeah. So also people overlook how good of a defender like Rozier is for his size.
Scary Terry, man.
Scary Terry.
He's a dog. Yeah. If he wasn't in Charlotte, he would be a lot more appreciated, I would say.
I 100% agree. All right. What did you think of today's show? I felt like that was like the most, I think.
Yeah, it was solid. It's just kind of hard to gauge anything, honestly, right now on this trip. Like, everything's just.
Are you not in Chicago? I thought you were just at like, where are you?
I'm in Outer Banks. Yeah. Justin and Jake.
I just thought they were in town.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying to you. I drove to Pittsburgh with my boy. We had like a really good story night, but like a brutal end to the night. Drove so hungoverly. We got to Outer Banks at like midnight. The next day we like did a bunch of stuff, and then yesterday was like kind of like the first recovery day. So I'm out here in the Outer Banks, but yesterday we celebrated my stepmom's birthday, and today is like the last night for a couple of people, so it's about to settle down, and I'm like itching to make videos and get back to work. Like,
you haven't been able to?
Well, I mean, it's like, we'll go, like today we golfed all day, and it's more like stuff I want to do because this will probably never happen again. So, but yeah, Thomas, my place just got approved. I'm moving to Florida on the 9th. Fort Myers.
Fort Myers, but
yeah, I can't wait. We're gonna run that shit.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fucking dope.
Come on down, visit us.
I will. I mean,
finish up some homework.
What do you call it? Whenever
school like tomorrow.
I have my first day today. I only have class Tuesday through Thursday. I have my teacher canceled my lab for tomorrow, so I have no class tomorrow.
Nice.
It's an off day tomorrow. Nice. And then you said, what do you call it? And then just Thursday, I have my acting class.
Oh hell yeah!
But I have 2 online classes that I need to peep. But and
yeah, those are just more of a nuisance.
Yeah, they're easy. Yeah. They're easy. But what I'm actually looking forward to is in December. Hopefully, I still have those offers in Florida, and I'll send shit to like, news stations in like Fort Myers and stuff. But when I go out to look, I'm gonna have to go out to Florida to like sign a contract and plus like look for apartments in the winter, and we'll make a trip out of it. If I'll just drive down.
I'll come crash at our place.
Oh, yeah, I'll spend it. Right now I'm planning. I got to fly out to LA soon.
For the screenplay, right?
Yeah, screenplay. But this guy I'm friends with, he's from Maryland too, and I didn't know he was friends with one of my other private school friends. This kid called Jack, and he's coming down, so you just might as well just come down when he's coming down, and we're just gonna Baltimore boys take on LA.
Hell yeah.
What's up, Jai King? I love how everyone showed up in the second hour.
Yeah, what's up, Jay? Yeah, I mean, I had a feeling yesterday would be a huge dud just because
first day.
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna get more, but I feel better because more people are on YouTube at this time now.
Yeah, exactly. It's more, yeah.
And
you can still listen to it tomorrow. If you're like maybe a more older guy. That's what I was saying to you yesterday is like my dad will just have like, Fox Sports on all day in the background.
Yeah. Big Fox guy, your dad?
He likes Coward or Coward.
I was just making a Fox joke.
Yeah, I know.
That's-
I know. 8 p.m. here. Hell yeah. It'll be cool. I think it'll be cool once the games get going too. I mean,
Is it Jay or Jai? I thought it was Jai. I have a friend who spells
J
it
King.
Jay King. I have a friend who spells it like that. His name is Jai, and his brother has it spelled Kai, and his name is Kai. Kai and Jai.
Wow.
They're twins.
Yeah, I've never heard that before.
And they're like 5'4", and they had
That makes
they
a lot
had
of
like
sense for some reason.
afros, and we would call them the Munchkin twins.
My God, it's like those two dudes in that show. They're like twins.
That is the most vague thing. You know how many shows there are twins in?
It's like,
I feel like the twins is the most common fucking trope in shows.
Think of like a Childish Gambino, like almost like an Atlanta type vibe. They're like two funny guys. I think they have glasses. They're like two twin brothers, and they always play like dumb like stoners that like say the words at the same time. I guess that's like every single twin.
Yeah, you're
that
still
gets
like
casted.
fucking you're still like you're doing great right there, buddy.
So
last segment to close up the show, my friend recommend this. We're gonna recommend a sports movie at the end of favorite sports movie. Go.
I can only watch so many sports movies. I like Miracle. Yeah, I go Miracle.
My pledge son, well, my roommate now, he's my little. When he volunteered to dress up like the president. Oh wait, so we had a Miracle on Ice pledge who had to do the volunteered to do the Miracle on Ice like speech. So I took a twist on that, and I made my guy do the speech from Independence Day that the president does. Today won't be remembered as an American holiday. Today will be remembered as the world's Independence Day. And I
got nothing for you.
Okay, best sports movie.
About.
I'm gonna do for basketball. Like Mike, I'm just kidding.
I still don't know. I don't watch sports movies, really.
You don't?
Yeah.
Why? Are you lame?
They're all lame as fuck, dude. Coach Carter's cool. Rudy's dope. Miracle's good. We Are Marshall's aight. Blindside's aight.
So
Remember the Titans apparently is good.
You have to watch He Got Game. Every single person. The football with Denzel. No, the best football movie of all time is Any Given Fucking Sunday. Any Given Sunday with Al Pacino as the head coach. And then Cameron Diaz is the owner because she inherits the team from her dad after the death of her dad, and she hates Al Pacino. So it's Al Pacino's a bitter coach who's at odds with the owner, and Cameron Diaz basically gives him an ultimatum that if he doesn't win the Super Bowl, he's fired. And what do you call it? Al Pacino, star quarterback, suffers a season-ending injury. And then their backup quarterback suffers a season-ending injury, steps on, what's his name? Beedman. Guess who's the third-string quarterback? Jamie Foxx.
Oh, nice.
Is that dope?
Yeah, he's cool. I like Jamie.
Ted Lasso is a great fucking sports show, but He Got Game is going to be my choice. You got to watch He Got Game. Are you driving back?
Cameron Diaz.
Oh, you want to do Any Given Sunday? Let me search up where it's on. And on Hulu. You have Hulu?
Any Given Sunday is something I'll never watch. I have Hulu on my PlayStation 4 because my buddy gave me it.
Guess who directed it? Oliver fucking Stone. Guess who else is in it? Dennis Quaid, LL Cool J.
I love Dennis Quaid.
LL Cool J. John C. McGinley.
I like a good movie like Twister. Give me a Twister.
This is better. Also, Terrell Owens, Emmett Smith, Johnny Unitas, Dick Butkus, Barry Switzer. They're all in the movie.
Nice.
Never going to watch it?
No. You want a good sports movie? Kicking and Screaming.
That's a good one. You want a good sport movie? The Comebacks by Tom Brady. Not Tom Brady, the quarterback. Tom Brady, the actor, the director.
I didn't even know that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's with the guy from Anchorman, the one who has the bald head, who says like, "Bats are the chickens of the cave." Not brick. Fuck.
never really got into Anchorman.
You never got into Anchorman? Nor did I.
I don't know. Yeah.
David Koechner, this guy.
David Koechner is a very familiar name.
You're about to see him. This guy. He's the head coach, and it's a sports spoof movie that makes fun of every other sports movie in existence. This guy.
Yeah, that guy's hilarious.
Yeah,
that guy's so funny.
He takes over like a shit like football team, and this movie is so fucked. Like one of the guys fumbles, so to teach him how not to fumble, they make a girl wear a bra with footballs on them, so he thinks of a football as tits, so he'll never let go.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that hasn't aged well per se, but like
I'd watch that because of him. He's funny as fuck. That guy's awesome.
I think they took it off of streaming services because it might not be the.
I bet a lot of the stuff he does isn't very.
I love his shit.
It's probably like as far as like the cancel culture goes, like.
You know who's else in it? Jackie Long. I don't know who that is. Nobody. I thought it was someone else.
You know that
Bradley
movie?
Cooper's in it. It's Bradley Cooper's movie debut. Bradley Cooper plays a tight end called Cowboy who's retarded.
He's one of my favorite actors.
It's Bradley Cooper's movie debut.
Wow.
You got to watch it now, don't you?
So that's when he was an alcoholic.
Yeah, he looks disgusting in that movie. Okay, I lied. It's Bradley Cooper's 5th movie he made ever.
Let's see.
You know what's a great movie? Wedding Crashers.
Yeah, Wedding Crashers is like one of the best.
Baba Ganoush!
That's one of the. You're trying to tell me Vince Vaughn's a bad actor.
I never said Vince Vaughn was a bad actor. Vince Vaughn just
Swingers, Wedding Crashers, convo over.
Tell me I'm wrong. Vince Vaughn plays the same guy. Tallest guy in the room who speaks really fast and always gives a backhanded compliment.
But in the breakup, you saw the soft spot of him, the sweet side of him.
So Jennifer Aniston. We had to say in acting class our favorite actors, favorite movies, and why. Would you sit there and be like, Vince Vaughn is my favorite actor?
I'd go Swingers, Vince Vaughn, John Favreau because it's dope as fuck and pretty relatable. And dude, I can't think of like Matthew McConaughey might be like the guy for me.
I said mine was Al Pacino and Devil's Advocate because
Al Pacino movie.
Watch The Devil's Advocate. It's on Netflix, and it's old. It's with Keanu Reeves and Charlize Theron, and it's really good. And I was like that because it's a layer cake of political satire, religious meaning behind it, and a whole just nice, great thing. But the best part about Al Pacino is his chameleon-like talent on taking on any role and be able to 100% invest himself into it. Pussy.
Yeah, that was a good prez. I'd give you like a B. Felt too kiss assy for me. Felt like you were trying to get me to give you an A or something. I don't know. That's not
joke's on you. Acting's an A as long as you show up and give your best effort. So fuck you.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Dude, being in that acting class, I sit there and I'm just like, I want to be on. I literally want to stand up. I want to be honest. 99% of you are too ugly to be on TV. I literally want to.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I literally want to be like, the fact that I'm the most attractive person in this room is not a good thing. Like I know that like I'm an attractive person, but I'm average attractive. Okay, I'm average attractive level. Like there are way more attractive people than me. So the fact that I'm the most attractive person in this room, not a good sign.
It's a good mindset to have. I think maybe they'll get like good writing gigs.
Yeah, or just be a horror character.
Dude, sometimes you need an ugly girl. Like I was saying something. There's like this big ass girl. You've never seen Stranger Things. There's this girl who gets killed in like the first 3 episodes of Stranger Things.
You kill off the ugly people.
No, she has a whole movie on her. It's like something like she's like, I'm like not trying to shit on her, but like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, that means you're better looking than me?
Yeah, let's go.
Thanks, bud.
Take that.
I got.
Take that.
It was so funny though. So we had a bonfire the other night, and like this a bunch of it was a bunch of pie fives came over, and
were those girls or guys?
Girls.
Oh, bet.
Like 30 sorority girls came over, and like because I've had a girlfriend for a while. No, I've told her this story, but because I've had a girlfriend for a while, I don't actively try like girls who aren't my friends. I don't go out and like actively like pursue speaking to girls I'm not friends with. And it was so funny. I had this girl like walk by and she was like, "You're hot," and then she like came over she like asked to hit my jewel, and she was there, and she like made it way into the conversation if I had a girlfriend and stuff. I was like, yeah. I was like, look, like I'm very flattered. Like you're a very pretty girl. Like definitely like if I wasn't like loyal or like a thing like no, Thomas Perry's so right. I get hit on all the time at the bar. I will literally be with my girlfriend. I'll be like, I'm going to get drinks, and I'll be standing in line, and a girl will be like, "Hey," I'll be like, "Hi," and just like when we're like make conversation, they'll be like, "How are you doing?" "I'm Julia," and I'll be like, "Hi, Sarah." They'll be like, "How are you doing tonight?" Like I don't continue the conversation. I just respond and I stop, and they'll just like be pursuing. That happens to me basically like almost every like at least once, or I get a guy come up to me and go, "Do you know you look like Lil Dicky?" Like today, I was playing basketball yesterday at the gym. I was talking to some guy. He's like, "Yeah, dude. Like when I first saw you, I was just like, damn, I'm about to play hoops with Lil Dicky." I was just like,
yeah, I see it. Yeah.
But, yeah, no, Thomas Perry's so right. It literally.
These are stories I wouldn't tell my girlfriend, but then again, I don't have a girlfriend.
I tell I don't really tell. I only tell her the funny. I don't really tell her all the times I get hit on because like there's no need to. Like I don't want to hear the time she's getting hit on. So like I only tell them when it's funny. You know what I mean? There was more to that other story that like I just didn't care to get into detail. But like because she was just like, she like asked if she could meet my girlfriend to tell her how nice of a guy I was. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Like that's.
Yeah, all set. I think I'm gonna kibosh that one.
Yeah, I can literally. I was like, I think she knows I'm a good boyfriend. Like,
yeah, I know.
I don't need some girl who hit on me to tell her that. Oh, I hit on your boyfriend, and he said no.
He wasn't interested. He's a great guy.
Yes.
Let's avoid that one.
Yeah, let's just avoid that one. Let's just avoid that whole fucking conversation.
Oh, college, man. You know what I would do to be back in your shoes at your age, man.
Dude, it's not even like freshman year, dude. It used to be wild. I remember when like girls with fake tits would just like whip out there. It's just a whole different game. Freshman year, they'd be like, "I have a boob job," and you'd be like, and like I remember freshman year, they'd be like, "I have a boob job," and we were like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You want to see?" Dude, I remember we got the field tits. Freshman year, this girl had a boob job, and she's like, I don't know who said it, but he's like, "Can I feel them?" And we all just got a handful of like fake tits.
That's all play.
Isn't that dope? I don't know. I think it was my friend Patty. Go. He goes, "Can I feel him?" And then we were all like, "Can we?"
Can we all? Can the group?
Yeah, and it was a group that day. We all saw him. We were like, pretty solid.
I mean, at that point, yeah. I mean, like, might as well get some compliments. And just
go for a second. What if one of the guys just went, I didn't think I got a good feel.
Yeah, you should go for the mouth.
Can I test it out? What do you mean? Just like sucks on the. Dude, you gotta watch the movie with Jonah Hill. It's Jonah Hill's acting debut called Grandma's Boy, and in the movie, Jonah Hill's a virgin, but there's a MILF who comes over with fake tits, and he goes, "Wow, nice rack," and she goes, "You wanna suck on them?" And she like whips out her tits, and Jonah goes, he goes, "I need milk," or something like that. It sucks on his tit, and then and it's like obese Jonah Hill, and then the next day they're at work and they're all like celebrating the party, and they're like, "Shout out Jonah. He sucked on his first tit for 16 hours straight." because they show at the beginning of the scene, they show them all leaving the party, and it's morning time, and it's Jonah Hill still sucking on the girl's tit while she's eating breakfast.
Classic.
That's a movie you would like.
Yeah, I love Jonah. I'll watch any Jonah. Yeah. Does that just Jasmine want to walk?
Yes, she wants to walk.
Do girls ever like try and hit on you while you're walking Jazz?
Yeah, if she doesn't tweak, she's kind of protective.
If she doesn't tweak.
But no, yeah.
Yeah, if I saw Cyro and Jasmine,
I'd fucking cunt. She's like right now. So I have this blanket she plays with, and she's pulling out the fuzz from it, and I'm like, I don't want fucking fuzz all over my goddamn fucking head. And so she's over here. Like if you literally see this, my camera doesn't go that low, but she's like right here being an annoying cunt. I'll let you be because I know you're with your family. So
yeah, for sure.
Sounds like good. The Phoenix. What's going on in the Phoenix Suns locker room?
Just probably some Chris Paul, CP0 weird shit.
No, nothing is weirder than Anthony Davis getting hazed by the Duke basketball team and smiling while it happens. Have you ever seen that video?
No.
He's getting like a water bottle shoved up his butthole.
Oh, no. From Duke or Kentucky?
Kentucky. Sorry, Kentucky.
Oh,
sorry,
damn.
I just thought blue.
That's tough. People probably don't use that joke or that picture enough then. I'll have to start that.
You ready? You ready for this? This video is pretty funny.
They all got a BJ from one chick on the Suns. Oh my god.
Wait, what? They got what? What?
That's a naked Anthony Davis. That is a naked Anthony Davis.
Did you see his face at the end? Wait, look at this. Look at this. This is his face at the end.
That's a real video.
They're literally chasing him. They're shoving. You don't remember this?
I've never seen this before.
Yeah, somebody's like shoving something up Anthony Davis's butt and he's loving it.
I need to Google that so I can show my big LeBron James Laker fan.
Thomas, you just made me laugh so hard. Like the Phoenix Suns blows. I gotta search this up. Phoenix Suns blowjob. Might get some porn. Somebody in a Phoenix Suns. Okay, Instagram model says she had oral sex with 7 Phoenix Suns players at the same time. Damn. On my birthday's Memorial weekend, I seen them all at Dre's, like this one team, and I was getting fucked in a whole hotel room. They all pulled up, and I sucked their dick. The whole team, 7.
What was this?
Back in 2020, IG model gets disowned by parents, fired by dad. Wait. Someone asked a year ago. Damn, I want to see if like what else they said.
So Booker wasn't in that. Chris Paul wasn't in that.
She's a Mormon model.
Oh yeah, that's.
I mean, she's probably used to polygamy.
It gives me demonic vibes.
She said she had a fling with Devin Booker.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm buying stock in it.
I also am not into group sex whatsoever.
Group sex. I'm pretty sure if I was on the Phoenix Suns, I don't need to.
Well, imagine you're on a basketball team and you just open a door and it's just 7 of your teammates getting their dick out, just getting blown. I just like close the doors. Like imagine you just open the door.
It should be flipped, dude. If I play for the Phoenix Suns, it should be flipped. Like
7 bitches sucking on my dick.
I should be with 7 chicks. Yeah.
I mean, James Harden's like that. You see him. He's probably getting his lap.
It's like probably really easy actually if you're in the NBA. Like to just get 7 girls.
Do you think James Harden and Kawhi are just having like massive orgies in the back rooms of the strip clubs?
Kawhi?
Yeah, just silent.
You'd say Kawhi? No, Kawhi's got a loving girlfriend or wife.
You don't remember Kawhi in the club? Oh my god, dude! Why?
He clubs.
Dude, he had a hand on a cheek.
Really?
Yeah, you've never seen the picture.
Settled down. He settled down when he went to Toronto.
Look at this, Kawhi Leonard,
Lou Will.
cheeked up. Look at this.
Oh yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Look at the hand. Look at the hand. Hand on ass.
That's 2020 as well.
Yeah, bro. Our man was getting it.
He's got 2 wives, I think. Really? It's kind of awesome.
Who's got 2 wives?
I guess Kawhi. Good for Kawhi. There's a freaking Clutch Points article about him with a girl.
I have no idea.
They have 2 kids, bro. No way.
No way.
He probably just bags when he wants to bag.
Dude, no, the best line is, have you ever heard of Ralphie May? Search this up after this. There's a 5-minute comedy bit by Ralphie May on the Kobe rape trial. And it's so funny. It's a touchy subject. He goes like this. He's like, I got a theory on the Kobe theory. 6'6" black guy, 5'2" white girl. And then he goes like this. And he's like, everyone giving his wife shit for staying with Kobe. And he goes, that bitch got a $4 million ring on. She can fight crime with that ring. And he's like, for all we know, she probably going around her girlfriend's asking, what do you think of that? My man said he was naked and he tripped and fell into that bitch. And I believe him. He said that bitch just landed on his dick and he didn't do shit. And I believe him. You telling me? And he goes to the audience. He goes, you telling me, ladies, you wouldn't let your man have some side pussy for a $2 million ring? Bitch, you lying.
Makes sense.
Lou Williams has 2 lives.
I guess so.
Yeah. Oh, no, he was dating 2 women.
Oh,
He broke up with one of them in February of 2018.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah.
He was in a throuplate.
Yeah, good for him.
All right, bud. Enjoy your vacation. Sorry for keeping you an extra half hour.
No, it's all good. Catch you tomorrow.
Yeah, this was kind of fun. The last 30 minutes.
Yes, sir. Peace.